Hi, this is Ria Morales for heroestraining.com, and my gift to you is a blog. I know you guys have been asking for YouTube videos, and I haven't given it to you. So I'm going to try this for you guys. I haven't vlogged in a while. I'm sorry, I've been super busy lately. What I want to talk to you about today is 3 characteristics that help people stay happy and successful. And this is something that we've done a lot of research on it in the fitness community, in the psychological community, even within the meditation circles and the mind-body circles. And this is also what I found really helps in my own personal experience. I'm going to break it down to 3 things that will make you happy and successful. And those 3 things are: 1, responsibility; 2, values; and 3, goals. Let me explain. Responsibility. That's the opposite of denial. So when you stop blaming everybody else for your problems and start saying, what can I do? That's the attitude that most happy, successful people have. And that's usually the first step towards turning your life around. So in fitness, we say denial is usually the first step. And then coming out of that is really kind of the first step when people decide, I'm tired of being overweight or being sick or having all these issues. I think I'm going to do something about it, and I'm going to take responsibility for myself. I'm going to stop blaming my parents for feeding me all those Twinkies. I'm going to stop blaming the government. I'm going to stop blaming my ex. I can keep blaming those people, but there's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is change myself. And a lot of it does have to do with finding a higher power, figuring out, just digging deep down inside and saying, I just don't want to be like this anymore. How can I change myself? I know Tina Turner started chanting a lot because she was in an abusive relationship and she just had to do something to get out. She couldn't blame him anymore. She had to do it. So that's the one major thing that really separates happy, successful people from people who are not. Because when you take responsibility for your own life, then you can do anything. You can't blame society anymore. You can't blame your past. You can't blame your parents. You can't go into that dark place anymore. I mean, sometimes we do. Sometimes we get a little depressed. But being able to get out of that and say, okay, what can I do about this? Now that I've gotten over that emotional hang-up, what can I do about this? That really separates people. Second thing is values. And one thing that I notice about people who really are happy is they know what makes them happy. They know what's important to them. So knowing exactly what's important to you. Is it your family? Is it, writing that all-American novel you've always wanted to write? Is it freedom? Is it having a lot of money? Knowing exactly what it is you want, what's important to you, what your values are, will keep you in a happy, successful place, because otherwise you're just going through life, letting things happen to you, letting people dictate what you want, falling for every advertisement there is. If you know your values, you can then say, this is the kind of place I want to work for because it is aligned with my values. I literally know people who were ready to kill themselves because they valued honesty and they worked for a place that wasn't honest. And they didn't know why. They were just depressed out of their minds. They finally quit their job, find a new job that's aligned with their values, and suddenly the sun comes out, the birds are tweeting, they're super happy. So this is a really important thing. If you don't know what you want, then everyone else will just tell you what you want. It's like a blog I wrote a while ago that says, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So you really have to know what is important to you. Is it your health? If you think your health is really important to you and you don't spend any time exercising, but you spend 4 hours a day watching TV, then you need to take responsibility, which was the first thing to change that. And once you kind of get used to thinking that way, everything falls together. And the third thing that I think really, well, I think, and what most experts say, and what I know from experience and from what I've seen from my clients is goals. Now that you know that you're responsible and you're not going to let anyone push you around, and you're going to take in charge of your life and not let life take charge of you, now you're going to set some goals. So if health is important to you, you might set a goal to, say, start a workout regimen 3 times a week for an hour. For at least 3 months, you are going to make that commitment. You might fall a little bit, but if you don't make that goal, you'll never do it. If you don't make a goal to run a marathon, you'll never do it. Now, you may make a goal to run a marathon and not finish the marathon, but at least you did more. Maybe you only did 3 miles. That's more than what you would have done had you not set the goal. So there's always improvement once you get into the habit of setting those goals. I wrote some books, some fictional novels, and I would never have finished writing those novels had I not made that a specific goal in my life. I would never have become a personal trainer had I not made that a goal, because you have to study for the test, you have to sign up for it, you have to go through all the education. You'll never graduate from college if you don't make that a goal. It just becomes a dream somewhere out there. So 3 things, really important: values, responsibility, and goals. If you don't know what you want to do for this New Year's resolution, maybe just think about those 3 things and just see how practicing and meditating on those things will change your life. I'd like to thank everybody for just being awesome out there. I've seen, what really amazes me this year actually is how many people worked out through the holidays, especially with the regular classes. A lot of these classes, when I started teaching them, December was like, cricket, nobody's here. And after a few years, I find that now people work out through the holidays. You guys are a lot more consistent. That's really great. A lot of people have made exercise part of their lifestyle, and it wasn't there before. I've seen people heal their back. I've talked to the people in the water arthritis class who have healed their arthritis, found more range of motion. I've seen people lose as much as 200 pounds. I've really seen so many amazing things. I've seen communities get together. It's just so wonderful. So I just want to thank everybody for inspiring me and doing such a great job and putting your best out there. I know I'm not the easiest trainer, and I'm very critical when it comes to form, and it's not easy, and I always ask you to do your best, and you do. And I really, really appreciate that. Happy holidays. Hope you have a wonderful new year.